Good morning. It's the Saints man, the small van driver on the CX. It's Christmas Eve. It's 25 past 9 and I am done now. Just done my last drop. I was going to do just one video. Well, I am doing one video before Christmas because I thought I was just going to be doing 4 days, maybe 3 days. But it's turned into a bit of a monster. Go back. This is Monday the 20th. Started off, didn't start early, didn't start till about 9:15. Got nothing booked in, which is very rare. Got a job from Northampton to High Wycombe, which was just round the corner pickup. Did that for £50. That gets me in a good area. High Wycombe's normally a pretty good area. And it didn't really catch off. So I picked a job up then from Abingdon. It was a COVID. And it was a good payer. It worked out good because it was going to Huntingdon and wait and return to Abingdon. Abingdon's about 60 miles from my house. About that, I suppose, yeah. So, yeah, quoted for it. I was about 30 miles away. So, I quoted for it. Not too shabby. I got 140 quid for it all in. And COVID's easy. It's just taking someone's residential house. It was in a village north of Huntingdon, actually. Nice lady. She's going on holiday, needs to get a COVID done rapid. Beautiful cottage, can't remember the name of the village, but really nice. Yep, got that job done. Back to Abingdon, parked at Abingdon, and it was sort of 4 o'clock, 4:30. And I thought, hey, I'm going to get much out of here. Didn't know what to do. I know a really good park for night in Abingdon. I'd done 190 on the day, so I'd done my money really. But I hadn't got. If I drive home, my pence per mile is going to be rubbish. Then I got a phone call from my mate who does loads of work, or who loads of work for. It's on the CX, but not on the CX. I don't bid for it. He does it through the CX, but he just gives it to me. And he said he got a really long day the next day. If I was interested, I said yep. So I decided to drive home. So I drove home. He's about 4 miles from my house. Dropped into his place, picked up the load for the next day. So Monday, I did 340 miles for £190. I only did a 10-hour day in total, and it worked out 56 pence every mile, so it was rubbish really. But it got the job done, and I got a good load for the next day. But the pence per mile was pretty pants, but that's the way it is. So Tuesday started off, and I left home at 6 o'clock in the morning. I delivered Cheltenham, Cardiff, Bristol, Exeter. It's a normal run. I've done it loads of times. And it was 1 box for each. It was 4 boxes. 1 box each. I normally take 20 boxes, something like that. A few for each, but it was 1 box for each. And I got £190, 50 pence for that. And I was done by about 12:12. Stopped quickly. I'll stop in Cardiff. Nice place. I've got a sauna here. I'm parked just outside between Brandon and the A11. It's called Walker's Snacks. Very nice too. Anyway, I digress. So that was, and I got to Exeter, I say about 12:15, and there was a couple of jobs. There was one to JCB, which was a long job, which I quoted some but didn't get. So I weren't too fussed actually. It was a long drive, JCB. I'd have been there about 6 o'clock at night. I don't know whether I fancy that or not anyway. Anyway, another job come from Oakhampton to Stanwell Moor, which is right near Heathrow. Again, another good area. So quoted on that one. Oakhampton's about 25 miles from Exeter. So I quoted on that one. Quite keenly. It was only 1 box, very small box of chocolates, and it was going to a courier business in Stanwell Moor, and I quoted 135, which worked out okay. It was about 65 pence a mile all in, and that got me to Stanwell Moor. I got there, it was about, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 5:30 at night I got there, something like that. You have to excuse me, I've got a real bad cold sore. Come on. Anyway, dropped that off Tuesday. So I'd had a really good day. I'd done 135 on that one. So altogether I got £325 that day. Yeah, long day, but job got done. I was going to stay down in Stanwell Moor, but again I got a phone call from my mate. He says, "Are you interested? I've got a job." And Stanwell Moor Heathrow's about an hour from my house, hour and 10 minutes. I went, "Yeah, go on, I'll do it." So Wednesday I thought, yeah, that'll do, I'll do it. And it was just to Cheltenham, and it was £1 to Cheltenham. So I drove back from Stanwell Moor Tuesday, back home. So that's dead miles as well. So I've done 2 days with dead miles. Dead miles kills you. You know, any courier will tell you dead miles kills you pence per mile. But I've got a bloke who does a lot of work for, so I'll take it. Drove back to his, picked one box up, home. So I'm home in my own bed again, and it's too cold to tramp, even with a nice heater. So Wednesday, that was Tuesday. I did 582 miles all in, which is a lot. That is a lot of mileage, but hey, that's the way it is. I got £325.50, so I got well in. I'm well up on target. I'm not intending on. So I've got someone just pulling me eye. I'm not intending on working Christmas Eve. I'm doing a 4-day week. I'm going to try and smash it for 2 or 3 days, get my money up, then I can have it off. But the pence per miles again was only 56 because of the dead mileage, and I voted quite low on the one from Oakhampton back to Stanmore because I wanted it. There was a couple of drivers there, but that's the way it is. So I'd got that. So that was Tuesday. So Wednesday, left the home again 6 o'clock. Cheltenham, I delivered by 8 o'clock, all done. Wednesday and Thursday were mega days compared to pence per mile compared to Monday and Tuesday. It just fell into it. It doesn't happen very often, but it fell into my lap. Both days, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, home to Cheltenham, in Cheltenham for just got over 8 o'clock. Out of Cheltenham, got a delivery straight away from Gloucester, which is 15 miles down the road, 20 miles, probably that. Gloucester to Daventry. I thought, great, I'll just have a nice easy day. Got good mileage back. I got 52 quid for going to Cheltenham. £52.50, that's how it works out. One box. I've got £75 back, Gloucester to Daventry. It was one pallet. Yeah, it was a pallet. 150 kilo pallet from an engineering company going to an engineering company in Daventry. I dropped that off. I'm way ahead of my target. I'm there by 11:15 in Daventry. Daventry's 20 miles from home. I'm thinking that's me done for the day. Yeah, it's only 127, but I've only done 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours, probably just about, 5.5 hours. And then a little icing on the cake, a job popped up, Daventry to Northampton. And Northampton, 2 miles from where I live. It was residential to a business in Northampton, 2 miles from my house. Quoted 30 quid on it. It was 26 miles. Bang, got it straight away. He was really happy. There was a couple of drivers in Daventry, obviously they're looking for longer distance, but I just wanted something quick. So I did 213 miles all in, everything, Wednesday. Got £157.50. Worked out 73 pence a mile all in. That's top good. I'll try and get 65 if I'm doing a shorter day. 75 would be good. So that was Wednesday. All done. I'd got nothing booked in. I had nothing booked in with the bloke who gives me work. He said he reckoned he was finished for the, that's him done. I said, fine. Then, so I'm in a big lay-by. Then, that night, there was a job popped up on there from Weedon, which is about 10 miles from where I live, to London. But I don't like doing inner London, but this was North 8, N8 London, which is Hornsey. So I thought I'll quote a bit higher. It was 72 miles, but I've got to go 10 miles to get there, 82. I quoted £80 on it. Because it's North London, even though it's North 8. A minute. Beautiful. Quoted on it. It was from Weedon to a train. Thameslink trains in Hornsey. Got the £80. It was a pick up at 8:15 to 9 o'clock. I got there at 8:15. One big box, not heavy. It's gone a bit COVID crazy, some firms. They've gone back to all this temperature check. I can understand it, but I had to fill a form in, tell them I hadn't been in contact with anyone, blah, blah, blah. Takes a while, but all good. And when I got to London in Hornsey, I delivered it straight away. Found it. It was a massive goods yard, train yard. Found the goods in where I got to go. There was about 6 different companies in there. Tip. Loads of jobs in London. I don't want to go to London, I want to get out of London. So, a job popped up Enfield, which is 7 mile away, to Attleborough and Norwich, 2 drops. Enfield's a really good area, so I thought, I'll quote on this, Norwich. But I quoted, it was 92 miles all in, with 2 drops. I quoted £85, and it was 6 miles to get there, so it's about 100 mile all in. I quoted £85 and got it. Pickup was 11 o'clock. I was going to get there about 10, so I went and got a coffee, filled up the van with fuel, and it was car parts from DHL, Attleborough, Norwich. It's a smaller DHL. I do car parts a fair bit actually, out of Lutterworth and out of Northampton. Yeah, and got that one, and it was easy. It was Toyota one, and Attleborough hadn't ordered anything, so it was just Norwich. Although I had to go past Attleborough anyway. Yep, 9 items. Didn't weigh more than 20 kilos the lot. So they went on the back. Done it before. Straight up to Norwich. Nice drive. Don't used to be a lot of traffic, didn't be. Got £85 for that. So got 96. I got the wrong one. I got £96 for that. It was 102 miles. It was just under £1 a mile. That was to Norwich. 96. The next job was 85. Because when I was in Norwich, I thought I may end up driving home here or parking, or I'm coming home, whatever, because I ain't working Christmas Eve. So, great, there was about 4 drivers in Norwich, and I thought I might struggle here. But as I tipped the Toyota right near the airport in Norwich, I thought, well, I'll sit around for an hour, give it an hour, if not, I've got an hour and 3/4 drive home. I didn't sit around for an hour, because the job popped up straight away. I was done by 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I thought if I sit around for an hour to 3 o'clock, I'll be home by 5, and that'll be me done for the Christmas. But it didn't work that way, because a job in Norwich popped up to Bedford. Bedford is 20 miles from me. Not even that if you're the right side of Bedford. I wanted the job. Norwich to Bedford is just under 2 hours. But I quoted 85 on it and got it. She phoned me up. The only problem was, this was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It weren't picking up till 4. But I'll wait for 2 hours. I'll wait. It's my petrol money home plus a bit of icing on the cake. No dead miles. She sent it straight through. Well, I was still sitting outside Toyota, out on the road, and I thought the postcode's quite similar. So I pushed the postcode in when she gave me it, and I was 0.4 of a mile away. It was from the airport. A job from the airport. It was to go to Bedford to a distribution centre, and I couldn't pick up till 4 though. So I got 2 hours, and I've only got to walk less than half a mile. So went and got something to eat, had some nice food, had a little sit around, did a lot of paperwork, chased up a few invoices. Come on to that in a minute. And yeah, picked this up from Norwich, 1 box. That's all it was, 1 box. 4 o'clock on the dot, I was there. I was there before 4, but I was in there at 4. Yep, brilliant. She was very happy. Chucked it in the back of the van. 2 hour drive. Well, it was an hour and 55. It said on my sat nav. It took me about an hour and 55. No traffic again. Down to the Black Cat roundabout. Didn't even have to queue. Along the A421. And it was just off there. It was the right side of Bedford to come home. So I'm thinking that's me done. And I've had a mega day. I've had a great day. Then I got a phone call from my mate who does all the work for me. He said, Dave, are you working tomorrow, Christmas Eve? I said, no, I ain't really, Chris. Obviously, I am working. But I said, no, I'd rather not. I said, the only problem, Chris, wherever I go, I've got to get home. I said, and I want to be home by lunchtime, latest. I says, and the money, I want money to come home. I ain't coming home empty. I said, it ain't worth working. And he says, well, I got a job, 1 drop Cambridge, 1 box, and 6 boxes in Brandon, which is 80 miles from my house. I said, but the trouble is I've got 80-mile drive home. I said, so whatever, you know, the money I quote, you know, I do the jobs for you for, I ain't going to be making, I'm not, it ain't worth working. I'll give him credit to his that he's giving me money coming home as well. He's giving me the money to get home. He says, well, if I give you some money to get home, well, and it's 80, he said, I'll get it. I says, if you put 50 per mile coming home as well, on top of what I do going out, I'll do it. I says, but I said, it's just not worth my while, you can see that. He went, that's brilliant, I'll do that. He says, I know, he said, but they shouldn't have took these orders for Christmas Eve. He says, but he says, you've got me out of a mess. So I've worked, and so I went Thursday to pick up from his place, and it was 7 boxes. So Thursday night we got home. I'd done 338 miles Thursday, 11.5-hour day. I started at 7:30 in the morning, and I was home by 7 o'clock at night. And I got £261 for that, so it was a mega day. No dead miles, bang, 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 hardly any dead miles. 77p over 338 miles. Really good mileage. 3 good jobs. I got an £80 job, a £96 job, and an £85 job, and I got a load on the back for today, Christmas Eve. So this morning, I left the home, 7 o'clock, I've got to be in Cambridge. I could be any time after 8. I got there at 8:05. Tipped straight away, 1 box, right in the centre of Cambridge, retail, found it, goods, like yard, brilliant, found it straight away, straight down, in, out. Brandon, up the road, done, 9 o'clock, I'm finished. I'm done, 9 o'clock, done. And that's me done now. I'm having a nice little sarnie, cup of coffee, which I've got on here. Please don't spill it. And that's me done. I'm going to drive back. I've got an hour and 15-minute drive back because I've done a few miles. Yeah, got an hour and a half tops. I'm going to be back for about midday. What is it now? It's 20 to 10. I should leave here about 10 o'clock. I'm not looking for any more work. I'm going home. Midday, get done. I'm going to visit my uncle, one of my uncles, on the way home. It's just literally just outside Northampton. Have a cup of tea with him and I'll be home. Wife finishes at 1. Then we've got a load of Christmas stuff to do. That's me done. I haven't looked at how much I've done, but Monday, £190, Tuesday, £325.50, Wednesday, £157.50, Thursday, £261, and today, £110. Takes me over £1,040, something like that, for a 4.5 day week. So, well happy with that, well happy. It's been busy. It's been busy. I even got offered yesterday morning. I took the weeding job. I got a phone call from another bloke who uses me. He's going to offer me a lot of money to go to Scotland. And it was about 6 drops. Glasgow, Edinburgh, finishing in Dundee. He was offering me a lot of money. But I'd already took this job. But even if I hadn't, I don't think I'd have took it because I'd have been driving till about 11 o'clock yesterday, PM at night. All residential, 6 of them. So someone was going to pick it up, but I says I can't. I'm already took this job on, and I says I'm really, it's too far. Because I says I'll have to drive home Christmas Eve. I'll probably have to only have I don't know 5 or 6 hours break or something, then come home to get home for what I want to do. There was loads of work going in Scotland yesterday from Northampton area. So masses. Anyway, that's my week. Really good. Christmas day off, Boxing Day off. Probably have the next 2 days off because there won't be no work and I'm not really bothered. I want a few days off. I'm going to work next week 3 days, maybe 2.5 maximum, something like that. Invoices. I've been chasing invoices up. I don't know how you guys get on. Let me show another bite. Fantastic sausage sandwich and bacon. Invoices. I've been chasing invoices. I've got 3 invoices that are 2 weeks late. So I sent another email. I send an email every time through the CX. If they ask for the post, I'll do it in both, just to cover it. And I'm not being funny, I do work for people. I think I do good work for people. But one company, these other two had never been late paying. And when I got in touch with them email, they sent me an email straight back. Really sorry. Missed your email, missed the email. I don't know how, because it's the same address I sent the second one. But now I sent the invoice again, but got it this time and pay it. And to be fair to them, they paid it within 2 or 3 days. God, that sounds all over the place. So they pay it within 2 or 3 days. That's brilliant. That's fine. I'll take that. No worries. I don't give them bad feedback. I still tell them that it's been paid on time, even though it's 2 weeks late. 2 weeks late. But the other one, I've done 3 jobs for this company, and each time over the last 3 or 4 months, and they're a local company to me. They're based very locally, and they don't pay until they don't pay on the date. And I give them a gentle reminder the first time after about a week. A phone call. He says, "Oh, we can't find it. Can you send it to this email address?" Yeah, I'll do that. Do it. Again, it was like a week later. I was just about to phone them again, then they paid me. If you're going to pay me late, just tell me, like, a bit stuck cash flow or something. It happens. But I did the second job about a month ago. 2 months ago I did the job, but it was meant to be paid in November. And again, it weren't paid on time. It flags up. I've got a system where it flags up. I leave it about 3 or 4 days, up to a week, before I just give him a phone call normally. And the phone call's it's a pleasant phone call, because we're all struggling a bit of money-wise sometimes. And he went, "Oh, yeah, can you send it email again?" And it's the same email address I'm sending the original one to. So I send it again. And it was another week. It was the end of that, it was 3 weeks late. But I got it. But you just even think, still give them good feedback. So then I had another job that I'd done before the end of this one. It should have been paid 14th of December. Now I want to get it in before the end of the year. And it weren't paid again. I left it about 2 days. I thought, surely this. So I sent an email, quite a strong email, saying, "Have you got a problem with my invoices? Are they they can't be going to the wrong email address, because I'm sending them to this email address, but they're not being paid. This is the 3rd job that hasn't been paid on time. If you've got any issues with the, email how I'm doing it, do you want me to put it as, do it another way? I don't know. But I need it paying by Christmas Day, because I want to do the end of my end of year, blah blah. Any problems, contact me." And it got paid. It got paid last night. But I don't even get a "really sorry." "Oh, really sorry, we paid late, blah blah. We had issues." If I get a sorry, I'm happy. I'm all right. Some people are struggling. If they're going to pay, say, "Look, we're really struggling. We've got a bit of cash flow, but you get paid at the end of this month." Fair enough. But to not even give me a sorry, or so much as "by the way," or we're struggling. Nothing. No communication. Just sent the money. Well, I'm going to put feedback now. I don't like giving bad feedback, because everyone's in the same boat. We're all the same boat. We're all trying to make money. But yeah, it just a bit paid me off. Just a little apology. I've texted this company. I've emailed them, and it's the same person, and he don't comprehend. So if I did his job 3 days, if I picked his part up, and it's always hot shot load, and then delivered it 3 days later, he'd have the right fucking hump. He would have the right fucking hump. Well, it may be, I expect to be paid for the job I've done on time, like I've done his job on time. If it happened once, twice, they say, "Oh, really sorry," or they lost the email, or just communicate. Communicate would help. So a bit pissed off, really, with that. And when it just come through last night at 11 o'clock, and the money, it was a considerable amount of money as well. We're not talking peanuts. It was a considerable amount of money, but it come through. It's in my bank account, but it's just lack of, Anyway, that's my moan. But I got the money. But if that company's job comes up again, there's a very good chance I ain't even going to bother. I won't even bother quoting on it. So, am I cutting my nose off to spite my face? Probably am. But if I've got enough work around and he's looking for a driver, good driver, then he ain't going to be me. So, that's my moan. Anyway, let's get the moaning out of the way. It's Christmas. Hope you're all going to have a great time. Merry Christmas to everyone. 200 plus, I've got about 220 subscribers, something like that. I can't even look, because obviously this is all unedited. I don't edit, clip, whatever they do, put the bloody pictures, fancy names, and edit links and all this, and up here, down there. But if you want to like, subscribe, comment, I will get back to you. There's a comment about, someone sent me about tramping, can you see the tramping setup? I promise the next time I set the bed up, as long as it ain't pissing down the rain, I'll do a little video on it to show you how I put the bed in the back behind me. Thanks for that. Thanks for all your comments. I do try and answer them. Yeah, it's pretty good. Also, I should have mentioned, about 3 weeks ago, I got over 200 positive feedbacks on the CX. Definitely use me again. Yeah, 100% positivity. No negatives whatsoever. I'm up to 203 or 4. And I do a lot of work now for, say, this bloke who just doesn't leave any feedback, because it's not really, he don't do it on the CX, although he puts it through the CX, he doesn't comment on it. But that's in a year. So I started a year and a month ago, and I got my 200th positive. And I think, a bit of advice, it's free, this for advice, I think it helps. If you get positive feedback, and there's 2 of you vying for a job, same money, you may be 10 quid even dearer than someone else. If you've got 200 plus feedback and it's all positive, there's a good chance you're going to get the job. So that's my little tip. Keep in with your shippers, keep the shippers happy, and if they give you good feedback, I don't ever ask for feedback either. I'm not like some. I get some. Can you please leave me feedback, please, on how well we've been? I think that's up to you personally. How, you know, if you want to give it, give it. If you don't, don't. But that's it. That's Christmas done. Up to Christmas, I'm finished. I thought I'd do this video in this lay-by just outside Brandon, because once I get home it's carnage. It's carnage. We've got friends coming over. We're out all afternoon when I get home. Then we've got friends coming over for Christmas dinner, neighbours, keeping it quite local. Just have a nice. We go to their daughters tomorrow, Christmas Day. Yeah, we go to the daughters, and we go both daughters. Their houses, there's bloody festivities going on, but then we come home for dinner later on, and our neighbours, who are very good friends, our best friends, they come over. We have some nice Christmas dinner, nice bit of booze, nice glass of port with some cheeses, game of cards, and that's Christmas Day. Boxing Day, they're all coming to our house, all the family, both sets of, both daughters, partners, kids. Busy day. So if I do this now, it's nice and quiet. It's a beautiful morning, sun's out now, as it's right in my face. That's pretty much it. It's been a good year. I'm going to do one between Christmas and New Year, probably when I'm off, just to review the year. But for me, it's been a pretty good year. Touch wood. I haven't had many bad issues, but I'm going to do that anyway. I hope you have a really good Christmas, and we'll speak soon. Take care.